So you want to get the right computer, right? You're looking around, but just like your car, it won't run well without proper maintenance.
And now's the perfect time for a checkup. Why? Because the service is half off.
Yes, Thor Schrock is here to compute this from Schrock Innovations.
Hi,
Good
Thor.
to see you, Thor.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
So why do people need get this maintenance done on their computers?
Yes. Well, you know, and that's the thing. When we noticed, I asked a question of my staff, and I said, how many of our customers are not getting the maintenance? Because normally it's like how many are, but no, how many haven't, right? So we have about 23,000 people in our customer database, and we found out that 15,000 of them had not been in for maintenance in the last 6 months. Now, you're supposed to come in every 6 months. Some people can stretch it to a year, but it's kind of like going to the dentist, right? So if you come in 6 months, they're like, oh yeah, we'll get a cleaning and everything's in and out really quick. You go a year, yeah, we're starting to see some decay here, you know, and then you go 2 years.
Filling, you need root
Well,
canals.
it's not as painful though, going to see you every 6 months.
But
No,
yeah,
it's nowhere near as painful.
But
no.
you know, with the dentist, there's a lot of awareness about going in for cleanings every 6
Well,
months.
it's because the
but
consequences are painful. I mean, if you got pain when your computer
they're
didn't work right.
expensive with computers.
It's
if
more
you
like an
don't.
oil change, right? Just something you need to get in and do. It's not painful, doesn't take a whole lot of time, but it's something you got to do.
Yeah, so basically when we do our preventative maintenance checkups, it takes about 8 hours to do a checkup. So when you figure you're getting a guy working on your computer for 8 hours for 40 bucks, I mean, that should be illegal.
What are you willing to do for
$5
for that
an
long?
hour,
For
yeah.
So what do you
$40?
do? What are these maintenance checks? What do you look at?
Yeah, so it's a top to bottom check of everything. We start with the hardware. So we're going to test your computer's power supply with all the lightning that we've had recently. It's really important. You may have a bad power supply and not even know it.
We took a hit last week.
Did you? Yeah. Oh, wow. So yeah, it'll send too much voltage to the computer, causing...
Fry your computer?
I'm sure it did. I mean, everything
Sure it
went.
did. I'm
Everything what got hit.
You
You
lost some
know.
things?
You haven't used your computer in the last week?
No, I haven't.
Wow.
Listen,
what do I do with that?
Well, you have the
It's a long story.
You have the surge protectors that would have protected her if she had.
We
one
do,
of the surge
I'm
protectors.
remodeling the home office, so nothing. Right, and I haven't used
Gotcha.
anything in that room in a week.
But the surge protectors.
Yeah,
too,
you can
right?
put a surge protector on there, but the thing is surge protectors only last about a year in Nebraska. So they wear out, you have to replace them. A lot of people don't replace them. Some people still have the metal ones from the 1980s, or the ones that were built into that
Oh.
giant desk they got
Those
from the
aren't
mart.
protecting
Oh yeah, those are
anything.
dead. So first thing we're going to do is check your power supply. Then we're going to check the #1 most expensive component that you want to catch early when it fails, which is the hard drive. We're going to test the hard drive with not one but 2 tests, make sure it's working fine. We check all the capacitors, go through the memory, test all the hardware. Once we're done with the hardware, then we kind of pull out of that, because if there's something wrong with your hardware, you may not want to fix what's wrong with the software unless you know there's something wrong with you. Because when you know, like, boy, I'm going to drop $300 into this, and then anything more, you know, I'm in new computer territory. So we want to make sure that you're aware of that before we get off, on that path. So we go in and we figure out the hardware, then we go into the software. The software, we're going to do all the cleaning and the optimizing. And this is all the stuff that you see, like, fix my PC now.
Yeah,
or,
we've seen those advertisements.
Yeah, when you see those, this is the kind of stuff they're doing. But if you don't have the hardware done, the software stuff doesn't matter.
Well, but those things, I don't know, maybe $80 or something just for that one thing, and
Well,
you're talking about $40.
A tune-up at Best Buy is $125.
Yeah, right.
So-
Precisely.
So what can you expect your computer to run like after you get done with these maintenance checkups?
Yeah, so when we do a checkup, if you come in every 6 months, it's not going to be a world of difference. Basically, you're just maintaining that fast speed. If you haven't been in for like a year or more, or you've never come in for a preventative maintenance checkup, you could see as much of a 20% improvement in the speed of your computer. We all have dryers, right?
Yeah.
They all have filters. They,
Yep.
they have to change every load, right?
Yes.
Inside your computer, there's a fan. And there's little, just like the radiator in your car, and there's little tines and dust sticks to it, and it forms a little lint blanket under that fan. So when it's pulling air through, just like in your dryer, the clothes don't get dry if the filter's full. If the filter is full, there's not really a filter, but if that fan gets clogged in your computer, it can't pull heat off the brain. And when it can't pull heat off the brain, your computer slows its brain down to make less heat.
Is that the same for laptops as
golly.
desktops? I mean,
It
they have
is
fans in the
so
laptops?
much more critical. So much more
It's the
critical on
dust.
laptops. Because with laptops, we use them on soft surfaces. They're like pillows or benches or our pants or whatever, and it pulls the lint out just like the dryer. And there is a filter in most laptops. The problem is when those get clogged, every laptop is liquid cooled. It expands and contracts, and if it expands too much, it'll crack, and all your liquid coolant will evaporate, and it'll never cool the same again. Like
so that's why over
permanent
time.
damage.
Okay,
Yeah.
So, but maybe to that point, can you bring in laptops and PCs
Oh,
for
absolutely.
the maintenance checkup special?
Absolutely. In fact, we recommend it even more so for some reason. People think laptops are like indestructible machines of dominance that
Yeah.
never need any work.
They need it just
laptops
as
need more
badly.
maintenance than desktops.
So how do people take advantage of because we have a special offer for the
Absolutely.
maintenance checkups right now. It takes 8 hours for your guys to go through these computers. computers.
Yeah, so you want to get in
make an
quick.
appointment.
You want to get in quick. There's no appointments. It's first come, first serve. So here's the thing. Some people can't go without their computer for a couple days. If that's you, if you're in a situation right now where you're just busy and you can't do anything with it, well, you can give us a call at any of the 3 service centers and we'll set you up with a certificate. You pay for it now, and it's $39.99, but it's good for 6 months. And you can come in when it's convenient for you.
Great.
And you don't have to try to beat the rush and come on in.
That's
and
awesome.
If you want to get in and get out, now's a good time, perfect time to do it
You know what?
today.
If you're sending somebody off to college this summer to get that whatever computer, if they're taking the home computer with them, something, I think this makes a lot of sense for that stuff too.
And we robocalled all 15,000 of those customers to let them know. I hate robocalls, but we robocalled
did
them.
it, huh?
I got 6 complaints, but we had hundreds of people who were, thank you for reminding us, and they brought the computer in.
Well, and it's a
SchrockInnovations.com is the
great deal.
website, and 3 locations, Village Point, Papillion, and one in Lincoln as well.
Thank you,
Thor.
Thor.
Thanks, guys. I'm
Thanks for
going to go
stopping
get to
by.
work.